Patrick Henry, George Washington, John Adams, Peyton Randolph, Samuel Adams, John Dickinson, and others arrived at the First Continental Congress. All representatives take a seat, and Peyton Randolph, the Congress president, takes his place at the front of the room. The meeting begins with Randolph stating,
I'm Peyton Randolph of Virginia, and we are gathered here today to address the problems of the intolerable acts and the unfair treatment we are receiving from Great Britain. If you have an idea, propose it now.
A young man towards the back of the room stood up. It was John Dickinson.
I am John Dickinson of Pennsylvania, and I propose the idea of the Declaration and Resolves. My proposition would tell the King of Great Britain how we feel our rights should be respected and not taken away from us.
To this, Randolph responds,
I agree. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Some people from the colony said aye. To carry on the meeting, Randolph begins.
Good. Now let's write this down and send it to the King.
Dickinson and Randolph, along with the rest of the convention, began working on what would end up being called the Declaration of Resolves. Randolph continued.
Does anyone else have any propositions?
Samuel Adams, who was seated near the front of the room, stood up and proclaimed,
I am Samuel Adams of Massachusetts, and I have an idea that would tell the people under the Soviet ruler what's been going on. It would tell the people of Great Britain how the king has placed many new tax laws on the colonies in hopes it would turn them against their king in the upcoming war.
After hearing this, Randolph nodded his head in approval.
If you agree, say aye.
Most of the representatives stood up and said aye. Randolph seemed to see this and said,
Anyone who would like to oppose this idea, speak now.
No one spoke, and Samuel Adams' idea was created and would be called an address to the people of Great Britain. These two things and one more document called the Suffolk Resolves were created during the First Continental Congress and were sent off to Great Britain.